Alright, a little apologies for the delay, people. There is one player of the GPL race team still missing. From oh, never mind, he's here. Alright, I think the entire team should be present now, so that means we can join the server. Just need a little moment to check if 60 FPS patch is on. Should be now. Okay, I think we are ready now to go on and join the rest of the grid. Okay, we are in. All right, here we go. Welcome, people, to a little special event. It's the team of GPLRACER and the team of UKGPL fighting against each other. So what? So how this thing works? There are like two teams with 9 drivers each. So we'll have a full grid, and with each of the drivers on the grid, we try to have the best finish possible. And there's a point system for that. And the team that scores the most points wins the event. That's basically the event in a nutshell. I believe that the teams, they are in the description, but in case people are not really sure what the teams is, I'll just do a little guide what our team is. That's Team GPLRACER. So we got Doni 67, he's driving the Honda. We got Hoffmann in the Lotus. Tristan Bot is also part of the team, he's driving the Eagle. Fabian Casula is in the Cooper. Marcel Gerris in the second Eagle. Well, then there's me in Ferrari. David Chesire in the Brabham. There are a couple more of us that has not yet joined the server, but they should be there in a few moments time. And if you don't know the names, like I said, I believe they are in the description. Alright, we'll just make sure that the race setup is correct. And in the meantime, we'll do enough fuel for a little qualifying stint. We have a little over half an hour time to set a good lap, so we should be getting on the way. Oh, there we go. There's another teammate. Alain Maurice in the BRM. And I think that only left leaves us with Stefan Roess in the second Lotus. So here we are in Ferrari. It's maybe not the fastest car, but I have good faith that I can keep up with the Lotus and Ferrari guys. First lap by Tristan so far is a 3:17. And with Tristan we have a real powerhouse in the team, and he's driving also one of the best cars, so that should already give us a pretty good advantage, at least at the front of the grid. But I have to remind you that this race is in Pro mode, which means if you damage your car and you crash, you lose the wheel, you're out of the race. There is no resetting. So you have to be cautious, not to make mistakes, not to crash. And with a track like this, it's also a matter of survival. The track, by the way, is Spa. However, we have opted to go with the original Papyrus version rather than the brand new version that everybody uses these days. Using the Papyrus 1967 cars, and the biggest reason for that is because we have a few drivers in GPLRACER with pretty old PCs that don't really work very well with 60 frames per second, so we try to use a track and car combination that is very as light as possible on the specs of the computer, while still having a track that offers some good racing. So here we are. So we're over halfway our outlap now, just making sure the tires are temperature. I think we'll be able to do 2 flying laps. From there on we can have a little look at how the standings are looking like. Then have another round. And from there on we should be heading off to the race. I know the UKGPL guys have been practicing quite a lot over the past few days online. I haven't seen too many people of my team, but I think I can still count on them on making a pretty good result out there. We do have a little bit of tracking from our teammate Doni. He already has set a lap time. Alright, through La Source here, onto power, off for our first lap. There's still people joining here left and right, so there are some small frame drops, but I don't think it's really dramatic. See a 3:15 on board. I don't think I can make that lap time. I've driven a couple of low 3:16s in the Ferrari, and I think a 3:15 might be possible, but it has to be a very good lap if I want to achieve that. So this lap is going to serve as a bank lap because the Honda of Doni is actually hindering my progress at the moment. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this. Maybe I should back off a little bit. Just to make sure I have all the space on my own. Give it a full go on the next lap. Okay, I can create a gap now. Make sure it's big enough, but not let Matt Rowe get too close to me. Not interfere with his lap. Okay, that should be big enough now. Alright, this is the real first flying lap. Looks like we've got some space for ourselves, so no traffic whatsoever. The Molteni might be the trickiest corner of the entire circuit here in this old Spa, because it's really far away from what we are accustomed to now with the new Spa track, at which Molteni is pretty much flat out. And here you do switch into third gear. It's a bit of a weird thing to get adjusted to again, after not driving a circuit for probably years. Thing is also, this track has probably one of the oldest personal bests right now on GPL rank, which dates back all the way to 2017. Whereas almost all the tracks, with the exception of Monza, the personal best dates back to mostly either 2023 or 2024. One of them even was during the Lange Ringnacht from last year, or just a couple of weeks ago I should say, where I made a very small improvement on my personal best with my Lotus. Sauce now. Let's see where we put our first lap time. I think we've got space for one more lap time after this. Wow! 3:15.69. What? That is a new record for me. And just 700 away from the Eagle of Tristan. A little wide there, but just wanted to carry the momentum without spinning the tires. his sector was a little bit better than my first time. There's still potential for improvement. It was not very good cornering our Mazda. No, we spun out. Yeah, I already noticed that I just went wrong because... yeah, I just turned in too early. I just sacrifice yourself too much for the right kink. So, yeah, watch my lap there. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm really happy with my lap time. Definitely gonna give the Eagle a shot, or the Lotus when this all is done. I think I can do a pretty good improvement. I noticed that Stefan still is not there. I'm gonna do a quick check on it, Igor, and maybe he has trouble joining in, so I'll be right back for a minute. I see something here. PC problem. I hope I can fix it in 30 minutes. Backup driver, please prepare to race. Okay, so... yeah, that's the issue. Stefan has a little bit of problem with... okay, we got another problem here. I see that Lotus driver Uli Hoffmann is problems constantly getting timed out, and now he's withdrawing. Sorry again for the wait, guys. There's just, yeah, a lot of sudden last minute mishaps going on, so we just... Okay, it looks like things are finally fixed now. Paul is driving instead of Uli, and I think that Stefan is able to fix his problems just in time. Okay, I think we're good to go back to the server now for real. Okay, we're finally back. And I hope that despite all jumping back and forth, that it does not mean that I lost my position on the grid. No, I'm still in second, that's good. If we look further down the grid, we got 3rd, 4th and 5th are UKGPL drivers. Then we got Dave Chesire in the Brabham in 6th. Then we got Alain Maurice in the BRM in 8th. Doni is 9th in the Honda. We got another set of UKGPL drivers. Then we got Fabian, Casula. So yeah, there are a lot more names of UKGPL on the board than GPL racing names, but I think with everything resolved, this should mean that we should be fine and see some names on the board that are missing from our side. Let's have a look at Paul SKINGLEY. Is he driving? Yes, he is. That's good at least. Someone disappearing from the UKGPL site. Right now I'm just really waiting, hoping that Stefan will be finally coming along too. I really thought he was ready to drive, but he jumped the gun on this one. I'm not really sure. He was asking for the password, so I think it meant that he was ready to drive. But either way, I'll just keep posting, I guess, until I'm for sure that he is also on the track, and maybe we can do another flying lap really quickly. Thornton currently in 12th, got Villiers, I think, and Cooper. I think they may be trying to help each other out with some slipstream here. Alright guys, we'll still be driving at 10:30, then the race will really begin. So in 8 minutes time, it's, you know, as team captain I have just a lot of things to take care of, and I just want to make sure that everybody's in. And you know, I'm just happy enough with my own starting position, so if it's just second, then I'll take it for it. Bot, he can drive his own race. Oh, there's a spin from Evil, I believe. Is Paul driving? Yes, he's still driving. Going through Malmedy, I think. This might be his first flying lap, I'm not sure. Oh, Sergio has entered instead of Stefan. Okay, I think they still switched after all, that Stefan is not going to be there in time, so yeah, I guess that this is just what it's going to be. Okay, we got maybe just a couple more laps to do, see if we can make any improvement at all, so let's just go out and drive again. I have let you guys wait for more than long enough. Fast approaching Ferrari up ahead, but just keep him space. So is Axel. They're really doing a lot of teamwork here, but it doesn't really work if Axel's Westlake engine is blowing up. Alright. Actually be a few drivers that may not set a lap time at all and just start from the back of the grid. That's also very much possible. And currently we have 15 posted times and there should be 18 drivers. A little bit of traffic ahead. I think we have time for 2 laps. Oh, there's a Ferrari. Just let him through here. We'll even let Thornton too. Okay, so this is not very smart of mine if I want to make a good lap, but nonetheless we'll just give it our best shot. A bit wide. It's gonna cost us a bit of time. So I think we're going to have to deal with this. I think we can get him out of Berneville. Oh, he's letting me go, so that's not a problem. Paul has set his first lap time. It's currently in 6th. Which is not bad, but I think there's one more lap in him. And this is better for Mazda, but I think I scored a bit more speed than I like to. little slightly, but we're good. I hope Fulvio is not going to get too much in the way in the final sector. There's a bit of a yellow flag. Oh, now there's an eagle on the apex. Yeah, not making improvement on this lap, that's for sure. Ah, this could was a bit in the way. No matter, we got one more lap. See if we can make something good from this one. Ferrari is giving me the space, fortunately. Steer. Do not want that. Oh no, not good, not good, not good. I really let my car slide way too much. Almost second there. Dreadful. Oh, the car is sliding so much. The left rear is cooking. Last drivers to put up the lap here. Not much curving. At least we're not having an eagle in the way here. Flag, and there is no improvement to be made of that lap, but no matter. I was actually the last one to cross the line. You don't have much time to check on things, but hey, we can be happy about something. It's a GPLRACER 1-2 in qualifying. We got some UKGPL drivers, and then two of us again. You can anyway. I think you can figure out who is who. Just gonna check on the setup right now. We're driving with 21 gallons. I did fuel calculations for this race, and you know this should be fine. All right. That said, let's head to the grid. Right then. Here we go. Heading for the start line. Green flag is up. And we're on the way for the inter-series race. And Bob has a better start than me. Give him the space. We have the inside of Radion. Tristan stays in front, which is good. We just have to let him run, do his own race. We'll leave fend of these guys behind us. Okay, they are pretty much out of my slipstream already, so that's good. We'll just have the benefit that the Lotus is simply better on the straight, but I have no idea about casualties, but I presume that everybody has come out of the start phase just fine. Still hearing the noises of a V8 Cosworth behind me. So that said, second place is far from guaranteed. Still have to fight for it. Okay, we got Paul now in 4th, David is in 5th. That's actually very good for us. It means 4 out of 6 in the top 6. That also may have meant that something happened to Evil and Axel. No idea what happened, I can only report on it. Right, that's 1 lap out of 13. We can have a brief look at the standings in a moment's time. Getting a little bit of cross there. Okay, so currently it looks like that Evil is out of the race. Axel is in 13th. He dropped very far back. A bit much speed through Molteni. Kept the car under control. Sergio made a pretty decent start. I think he was a fair bit lower. Alain, Fabian and Marcel, they cover the rear. But that's okay, because that's what yields less points. Plus UKGPL has lost 2 powerhouses from the front of the pecking order, so it's just working in our favor for now. Could be a little bit tidier than this, but it will suffice plentifully. Tristan is driving pretty aggressively. More than he needs to. While the gap to Bot behind me is also pretty healthy. Lap time was a steady 3:18. Now's the time to maybe look at the times again, see if there are any changes. Axel is making a recovery drive right now. Molteni is fighting with the other guys at the backpack. Other than that, not too many changes. We're still in a healthy position, provided that nothing happens. I think Paul has gone off somewhere. I no longer see his name in the top 6. I'm afraid he has an accident. Oh, Paul is still in the race. I see he is now in P9. He dropped a couple of places. But looks like it was merely a spin. I just hope he doesn't have damage on his Lotus. So we got GPLRACER couple covering the front, covering the middle and covering the back of the grid. Well, not entirely the back of the grid, I should say. They have all gone by Molteni. Actually, Fabian is doing pretty decently in his Cooper in 13th. Which is probably the weakest car to choose from for this track in particular. Because of its low top end. I think my lap time just now may have been identical to my previous lap. Somebody fact check that for me. Paul has swapped places with Doni. That's to be expected. I just hope he can keep driving at pace without making too many mistakes. Any more notable changes? I think Phil's overtaken SERGIO for P10. I don't think really many changes apart from that. So Fabian is doing, he's pulling away a little bit from Paul Villiers. Getting the dark green name from Frank Molteni. might actually be able to lap a couple of drivers this race. Given the tempo, 4 laps, over a minute. Yeah, the possibility is certainly there. Just got off a bit much speed there from Blanchimont. It remains a pretty comfortable ride for us so far. Snap there, but we recovered it. I think that Axel has gone up to 6th, overtaking one of his teammates. It's probably, yeah, probably has Dave now on target. Check how Dave is doing, if he has any competition from behind. If I just navigate this bit, have a little look. He's driving pretty comfortable solitude, I would say. No threats, not many threats from ahead or behind. That's good. Paul also might be doing a little recovery run. Fabian is getting close to Matt for P12. Any positions we can get from one another, that's good. also now in P5. Marcel is out of the race. It cost us a couple of places, but not too many. In the end, if you do end up as a DNF, you still score points for the team, but it's just from the position that you are classified. So you still get a point for 17. Oh, SERGIO is... Yeah, I should have noticed that as well. But SERGIO has overtaken Matt again for P10. Or is it rather that Phil made a mistake and is now in 13th? I think that's it actually. We're at the halfway point now. Ball was dropped down again to 9th. Can't keep it steady. Someone is retired, I think. also have to worry about Axel. I think he is on his way to catch up with Dave. Honestly, if Dave's going to overtake, I think that will be on the place. And I don't think that's too much pain. I believe with Tristan and I in 1-2 for GPLRACER, we have a pretty solid buffer for a couple of mishaps from the teammates that are a little lower down the classification. One moment where it's going to be really a lot of trouble. That would be if either of us is ending up in trouble. Because then the tides would swing completely in favor of UK. Axel's dropped again. Axel is dropping by a lot. I think he actually might be out. Actually, I think Axel and Paul SKINGLEY are both out of the race. Well, there's one driver less from each side. And I'd say that might do UK a little more pain than it does to us, but still not nice to see one of your teammates retire. look at the settings, I think Phil might be on his way to overtake Fabian from our team. Taking a small amount of points from our side. But overall, I still think we are pretty comfortably ahead in the score. Actually hasn't updated between them because I hadn't noticed yet that Fabian has gone by Matt's Rowe. I think we're driving the same car, so good to see that he's outpacing his fellow Cooper driver. Could be entirely wrong though, I don't remember who drives what from UK by heart. I only know for certain from my own team. Alain is now in last place. There are 3 laps left. I think that's the battle of the BRMs. Alright, penultimate lap. And looks like that Tristan is very close right now to lap 2 of the back markers. Each from a different team. Tristan safely going by the both of them. I think it put Molteni and Maurice quite close to one another again. Changes in the standings for the last couple of laps, so we're about to enter the final lap. And unless there's something big happening, this is pretty much what the final standings are gonna look like. All drivers are still close. Fabian, Sergio, Phil, maybe Matt Rowe as well. Still be scrambling for the points in the middle. Well, there's a spin from Alain. I think he lost the wheel there. I don't think it is too much of a blemish on the result. He was in last place as it stood anyway, so yeah, unfortunately that he couldn't make it to the finish. Molteni was actually in the Brabham. I think you're getting the privilege to also lap him alongside Tristan. There is also a sight of the guy in 12, but I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow. Oh no. I saw waved yellows. Oh, there's Tristan up ahead. Oh no, he has a spin. What happened to him? Is he still running? I think he's still okay. Oh no! That's his engine gone! No! Oh no! We really did not need that to happen. Oh, Lord, no. right, this is really bad. It's gonna be probably P13 for him, and he was dominating this race. You know what, I think it actually could be very, very close right now in terms of the final standings. I'm not really sure anymore who's going to win at this point. This is very, very bad for my team. Sure what happened there, maybe first spin and then blew up his engine, I don't know, but anyway, we take the first flag, so we won the race. Well, what matters is will our team win the championship, and I'm going to very quickly get the score sheet out that is part of this race. Oh, hang on. We'll look at the number 2 here. Bob Whitwell. See if we can find the... Okay, there we go. I got the short score sheet. It's a P2 for the UKGPL team. Oh, I'm really not sure how I'm going to keep the score here, but I'll just try it in the notes on my phone. Then we got... Wait, I lost the plot. I completely lost the plot. Where's Dave? Chesire. He's got 3rd, and then we got Andreas Gebhardt in 4th. Policardi in 5th. I can do this by heart. Then we should see... Oh, Alain Maurice is still in the race. Okay. So he finishes it in 14th. Then we got Doni in his Honda driving for P7. Roess Pon. Very interesting, but we are looking at Doni now. There we go. He is 7th. Fabian Casula P8. SERGIO MAGNI. Last minute replacement on outside P9. Stays ahead of Thornton in P10. And we got Rowe coming up. As well as Villiers in P12. And there's Villiers finishing in 11th, and then it's still Tristan Bot in P12 despite the last lap engine blowout. I am honestly really not sure who has won this race right now. I mean, it could be pretty much equal. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take yeah, little screenshot of the results here, and then Yeah. Have a little count, and then we can still cover the final results here from the stream. If my maths are correct, of course. Right, we'll disconnect from the server now. In a little moment to set things up. Okay. You should see some picture now, and you should see a calculator. Let me just get the point sheets. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to count up everything that I can find from each team and see what the final result will be. So we got me first, that's 30 points. Then we got Dave Chesire. Wait, this is not right what I'm doing. Okay, we're back. Then 21 points for Dave. Then we got 6, that's Doni, that's 14. Then we got 13, 12. Then it's 8, 6, 4, and 3. If I'm correct, then the total number of points for Team GPLRACER is 111. Okay, let's go to UKGPL now. So, for second place, that's 25 points for Whitwell. Then we got Gebhardt getting 18. 16 for Policardi. The next driver, that should be Thornton. That should be 1, 2, 7, 8, 11 points. 10 points, 9 points. 7 points. 5 points and 2 points. If my maths are correct. Then their total should be 103. And so, according to my maths, that should mean that Team GPLRACER has won the UKGPL versus GPLRACER race. So, yeah, my team won. Hooray! At least that's, of course, if my maths are correct. I think I did it alright, but, you know, the official results will come a little bit later, but for now we can presume that my team has won. That said, I'm gonna cut the stream here, so thank you for everyone who has been watching. Next week, we're finally going to start with the seasons for GPLRACER and UKGPL, so it's back to the regular schedule that we have started with in November. Yeah, looking very much forward for it, and I hope you guys will do too. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and yeah, in the end, it was pretty spectacular. All right, until next week.